Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have a different video for you. Today I wanted to talk to you about my dad. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to tell you guys. So I think I'm going to put this into two parts, just because there's two different kind of things that I wanted to talk to you guys, but I didn't want to make it too long, so I'm going to get two parts. So the first one is going to be about my dad, and he had surgery, and I want to talk to you guys about it and what happened. And then the second part will be about the other stuff about my dad. So if you would like to hear about my dad, then just keep watching. Alright, so for those of you that haven't seen my videos about what happened to me, I don't really want to talk about what happened with me. I'll just quickly tell you in case you haven't seen it. I had a brain surgery in May, and I have my speech messed up and all that things, but this is not about me, it's about my dad. So I had my surgery on May 8th, because that's when I had my brain surgery, and my dad actually had surgery also in May, and he was May 11th, and he had his open heart surgery. So if you can imagine the things that were happening in that time, there was a lot going on. So there was me that had my brain surgery, and then 3 days later, my dad has his open heart surgery. So there was a lot going on at that time. So my dad has, as I said, he had his open heart surgery. So if you guys keep seeing me looking down, it's because I needed to read about what's happening, or else I'm not going to remember everything. But he had to get open heart surgery, and he got a LVAD. So if you guys know what an LVAD is in like a machine that will making his heart work better. So his heart was not working at all well. He had, when I was in high school, my dad had, he had a virus that had, his heart basically wasn't working very well, and through the years it's gotten worse. So my dad needed to get an LVAD. So if you don't know what an LVAD is a machine that takes place of the left side of his heart. So that's what he struggles with, was the left side of his heart. So after he got his LVAD done, he have 2 batteries and a monitor. So it is 7 pounds all it is. So he has to wear the batteries, or he has to be plugged in to the wall. So if you don't plug into the wall, he will not live, because he runs by batteries, basically. You are basically plugged into the wall, unless you are going somewhere, or you don't have to, you can wear the batteries, but you have to always wearing it all the time, either the batteries or the monitor, because you cannot live without the batteries. Because the LVAD is basically a machine that is making you live, basically. So after 2 months of being in the hospital, my dad needed to go to rehab to get stronger. So if you can imagine being in a bed for 2 months, you get very weak, and you need to get stronger so you can walk and you can do all of that things so that you can enter your normal life. So he did get stronger. It took for about, what was it? I think it was 6 weeks of rehab, and he was finally home after that, but he had a really long time. So he came home after 6 weeks of rehab, because he needed to be stronger enough, because he needed to be able to walk, and he needed to be able to walk upstairs to go to bed and everything like that. So he had to get stronger, so he did an amazing job. So he pushed so hard to do well at rehab, because he knew that he had to get better, and so he'd be able to live and do well. He came home after rehab, and he was in and out of the hospital for about 2 months in and out, just because there was a lot of problems that were happening with things. So it was a lot going on. So while he is in the hospital every couple of weeks, they do put him on the heart transplant list. So you have to be on the heart transplant list for 6 months before you can even have a heart transplant. But you need to make sure you have everything that is the same that that person needs. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but so there was a lot going on. So as I said, you guys know there's a lot going on with me in May, and then my dad had his surgery, and there was just a lot going on. Alright guys, so let me know down below if you guys have heard of an LVAD, and if you know anyone that has an LVAD, and let me know how it went with you. Or your families, of how it went. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. You know I'm going to be putting a part 2, so I will talk to you guys later.